Our speaker this morning is Ella Lee. Ella is a four-year boarding student from Larchmont, New York. She's a member of the cross-country and crew teams and the head prefect for Upper School East. She's also the proud four-year roommate of Katie Gray. Ella.
Thank you, Devin. Good morning. Thank you for being here today. Back in September, during the vibrant beginnings of fall, a classmate of mine asked us to write down our biggest regrets on a flashcard for an opening activity in English class. This was during a very fragile time. I felt like I was in a storm of the unknown. I was frustrated because I wanted to embrace this time, but there was no sign in sight of where I was headed, and it honestly scared me. At this point, I knew that my time at Hill was scarce, and so I put a lot of pressure on myself to practice gratitude rather than complain. This activity of reflection got me thinking a lot about my life these past 4 years, and how I have experienced many significant moments that have shaped what really matters to me. 2020. The first series of moments began when I arrived on Hill's campus. My naive, anxious 14-year-old self stumbled out of my car and entered my room in Dell Village on a hot summer day in August. Immediately after separating with my family, my heart felt incredibly empty. I paced my room back and forth for a long while. My mind was quite literally frozen. Immediately, I found myself struggling with such immense homesickness. While transitioning to this environment, I simultaneously suffered with a deep lack of confidence. In all honesty, I think that this feeling stemmed from my Asian American upbringing. I never felt like a typical Asian American girl for a single moment in my childhood. Yes, there were aspects of myself that were Asian. I played instruments and did kumon, but my parents always raised my brothers and I to chase after all of our passions, athletic and academic alike. I was trying to grasp the balance of holding pride in my Korean culture, yet embracing my American upbringing. More specifically, I hated what modern beauty standards had become. Everyone in the media mirrored polar opposite features of me. In my eyes, race is and has always been so hard to escape because it is so visible, and that haunted me. Although this isn't a light subject, I truly didn't see myself making it to this day. I held a lot of pride in my organized demeanor in the public eye, yet behind closed doors, I was struggling to get out of bed every day for most of my days. I felt as though people distanced themselves from me because they couldn't help me, because I was too broken to be fixed. Every new day seemed like a marathon that I never trained for and was never prepared to finish. Unfortunately, I don't really remember much from my underform years because of my struggles with my mental health. I let my thoughts dominate my life. However, I wish I could have told my younger self that I was never going to get that time back. 2021, 1 year later. The second series of moments was my fourth form year. Growing up, I considered myself a normal girl who faced little to no obstacles. However, that all changed as I began to face the challenges ahead of me. I would soon find out that my mom was diagnosed with stage 3 ovarian cancer. This event in my life was by far the hardest obstacle I have ever faced. I had a really hard time processing it. I went to bed every night not knowing if my mom would survive, and I mourned the sense of normalcy that had now become absent from my family for a significant period of time. It pained me watching someone so close to me suffer so much. It was expected of me to continue living my everyday life here at Hill as if everything was normal. I felt incredibly isolated, as if I was completely alone in my struggles. Thankfully, my mom is in remission now, and that is the biggest blessing. This experience made me realize that even the most fortunate can be dealt a card of bad luck. 2023. Throughout the duration of my fifth form spring, I had to face the fact that my grandpa was slowly losing his life. My grandpa was the strongest person I knew. My grandfather's dad died when he was 5. He left to fight in the Korean War and never came back home. Because of this, my grandfather was incredibly tough. He loved my brothers and I unconditionally. He brought so much joy into my life. This summer, on the 4th of July, I lost my grandfather. My younger self truly believed that he was a superhero and could live forever, but unfortunately, the reality of life isn't all that simple. I never even got the chance to say goodbye. Just over a month later, I was sitting in this very building with my best friends, saying yet another goodbye to our beloved Miss Hunter. I had been lucky enough to have never attended a single funeral until I was 17. Yet my first 2 funerals were less than 2 months apart. I wasn't very close to Miss Hunter, but I was deeply saddened because I couldn't fathom how God could take such precious souls so early. I was constantly questioning why such bad things happened to such good people. These funerals were humbling wake-up calls for me. I learned that you cannot take a single day for granted with the people you love. After these 3 significant life events, my outlook on the concept of time shifted. The biggest lesson I learned was the greatest resource we all share is time. My dad always told me that every day is a gift, and at first I thought it was quite silly, and yet now I am able to comprehend it fully and wholeheartedly. I don't mean to make you all sad with depressing stories or ask for sympathy. I firmly believe my life experiences are similarly shared with many in this room. I want you all to never feel isolated like I did. I hope you know that you are not alone. We are all going to face an obstacle in life that will make us realize that time is fragile. In economic terms, time is not equal nor interchangeable. In math, time cannot be negative. Time does not stop. Time moves through you. It is a scarce resource that we cannot reverse or undo. It just keeps going, like the cycle of life. One of my few regrets in life is not making an intentional effort to be present. Because, guess what? Time does not wait. I learned that lesson quite harshly as I watched time slip away so early from people I loved. As my own time is running out at Hill, the biggest thing that I have learned is that my dad was right. Every single day is a gift. More importantly, every single day spent here at Hill is a gift. It makes me so sad to think that I will be jumping in the Dell in just 25 days. As my 6th form year comes to a close, I am eternally grateful that Hill taught me the lesson of cherishing time. My hope is that the message of appreciating time reminds you that you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You could get into the college of your choice, receive the best news of your life, meet someone new, or even have a conversation that helps you learn to love yourself a little bit more. Sometimes, all it takes is one more day for something great to happen. However, the unknowns of tomorrow are all the reasons to wake up and be grateful for today. Each second of time that you are given in life is yours to cherish and make your own. The most precious, valuable resource is right in front of you, time. So, I urge you to use it. Tell people you love them. Say thank you. Make people feel like they matter. The world didn't end like I thought it would during any of these hardships, and for that I am eternally grateful. Remember, every day is a gift, and stay grateful for every moment spent with others. Thank you.